Yo, Zach Bradshaw, the Green's SEO Pro, back once again with another bite-sized internet marketing tutorial. So in this video, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be installing the Facebook chat plugin. It's pretty easy to do. Sometimes it may give you a little bit of trouble, but if you just follow these steps, it should be fairly simple. So as you can see, I was on my page. I clicked through to my settings. I'm logged into Facebook, and I come to the settings here. Now, it's not in messaging. This has to do with like your instant replies and things like that. You come down here to Messenger platform and then come down here and you essentially follow these steps, right? You click this setup and then you follow the steps. Eventually you'll come back up here and add a whitelisted domain up here, and I think fill something in the share attribution. This is my third time doing this, so it's still kind of new to me, but let's go ahead and run through it together. So I click the setup button, add Messenger to your website, which is exactly what we're trying to do. You can change this greeting here. I like to just leave the greeting to its default and set it up the first time and then come in here and change it. So that's what we're going to do here. Just keep the default colors, but you can change this color as well. Next, and then this is really all you need to do, right? It says you can either install the code by yourself, or you can email instructions to your developer. So you can click this and add in an email address and it can send it to your developer. But this is just like how you do it in Divi. So copy that to your clipboard, insert it directly after the opening body tag on each page where you want the plugin to appear. And this is saying every page that you want the plugin to appear on, it needs to be directly after the opening body tag. Every code like this that's in the opening body says put this one directly after the opening body tag. When it comes to this one, because I have trouble with it, I tend to put it above our Google Tag Manager. Eventually, I may see if I can get this to work inside Google Tag Manager. But for now, I'm in Divi within the theme options, the integrations where you enter in scripts like this. And then I come down here to this one because add code to the body. It's not adding code to the head. You're adding it to the body. So I copied and then pasted that entire thing. And the code is really two separate things. It's this div right here, which is the actual chat itself. And then it's this script right here. Right. So it's a script that's running that helps the plugin work. And then this plugin is the actual like the button and things that are on your site, right? So all I have to do within Divi is I come down here and I save these changes. There's also, if you're not using Divi, you can, I guess it's not linked right here on this page, but there's also an official Facebook chat plugin, and you can just add that to the site, and add it to your site, and it creates this area. Not all themes will have a way for you to add code. This is more common to adding code to the head of your blog, but it's less common to have this one for the body. Some great themes do, like Divi, but if it doesn't, Facebook has a chat plugin for WordPress that will make it, will create this area, at least for that plugin. I'm not sure. I've never used the plugin because we use Divi. So I'm not sure whether that plugin could allow you to add other code that might go in here, like Google Analytics' second piece of its code is supposed to go here as well. Sometimes you put it in people put it in the footer, or you can leave it out because this one is really the first one. This one is a backup. But when it comes to these codes, it's important that they're put where they're supposed to be. Even if you put it in the wrong place and then you test it and it looks like it works, it may not work like that for every single user, right? So like your settings on the browser you're using, the computer you're using, the phone you're using, whatever you're testing with, may have fixes for the broken code, or may prevent some breakage from happening. But doing things by their standard implementation that they're telling you to do is always the best way. Now, in some cases, I would recommend that using that plugin would be the best way to do it. Except when I'm using Divi and they already have this built in here, it makes the most sense to use Divi, where the way that their theme is set up to put this code is the best way to do it, as opposed to using Facebook's plugin or using another plugin that allows you to add tracking codes and then insert another piece into this body. If I had to use one of those plugins, I would instead use a Facebook plugin. I'm sure that was convoluted and confusing, but maybe you can run it back a couple times or ignore it, whichever one floats your boat. So I'm going to come down here in Divi, save this. Then I need to enter in the domains that this will go for. Let me just make it easy. And for me, it's just going on this one site here. You could put alternate versions of your domain in here. If you have, sometimes the www shows up or doesn't. I always just put this one, and that's never caused a problem for me so far. So I've had plenty of problems making this plugin work properly. But now I also like to add the whitelisted domains in here because I've had trouble with it, and this has fixed that trouble before. So I'm going to go ahead and save that there. Now I'm going to come over to my site and see if the Facebook plugin pops up. And it doesn't. Oh, there it came. So I guess let me just do it again to see why I think it took so long. Okay, I think it was just my page was taking a long time to load. Sometimes the order that these codes would be in may cause different like execution areas. That's like why I put Facebook higher. But there's also settings within this. There's a variety of attributes. If I come back through the setup here, that are, can be useful, right? So let me get to them. Blah, 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 blah. Skipping that part. So here you have a variety of different attributes that can be added within this code, right? And literally all you have to do to change this code, you can do it within here, or you can, no, I guess you can't do it within here. Some of these are set, like, what's the best way to show this to you? I'll just do it like this, right? So let me go back 2 steps and it will go ahead and add in 2 basic attributes. So now that I'm using the default greeting, there's no attribute set for this, but let me just say new greeting here, and you'll see an attribute added when I recopy the code. I go next, and let me grab my color, paste it in here. I was really close to one they already had. Man, that's ugly, but I'm going to keep it. And now when I copy this code, you can already see it here, but there's more things added in here. So I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to replace the code that I have over here. Jeez. All right, I think it's going to work. And you'll see this area down here is going to change. So now I have a theme color added to this, and I have a logged in greeting and a logged out greeting. So these are attributes that I could already change in here. I no longer have to use this plugin to change these things. Now that I have this code, I can change the color by changing this hex code color. I can change this greeting by changing this greeting right here. Now there's other attributes that you can add down here if you want to, and they don't have those set within the setup wizard, but I want to show them to you because some of these are like cool or better. Now some of these within this greetings dialog display basically make it so that allows you to set a time. This delay here allows you to set a time how many seconds it takes before it pops up or before it goes away. So you can make it when you come in here, and I maybe we'll sometimes set up a demo of this. Let me go ahead and save this so you can see these instant changes here. So like, remember I changed it to new greeting, and now right now it's the default one. When I refresh this page, I'm going to get that ugly old yellow. My ugly old yellow, I should say. And you see new greeting is now the greeting for that. And so you can have a logged out greeting and a logged in greeting. So right now I'm logged in, right? So it's saying continue as Zach. So this would be one greeting. If I was not logged into my Facebook over here, I could have a logged out greeting that said, hey, log into Facebook to talk to us, right? Whatever you wanted your greeting to be. But these other attributes that I'm talking about right now allow you to set whether this opens or whether it just stays like this, which is really my preference. And eventually I'll go into both Greensboro SEO Pro and ZachBradshaw.com and add these attributes in here, but it's not important like today while I'm making this video. But do you want it to pop up? Do you want it to pop up and then fade? Do you want it to wait and then pop up? These are different options that you have in here, and I'm sure over time that they will continue to add other things that you can do, and there's probably some custom stuff that's over my head that you can do as well. So that's really it for this one. You see the basic steps of how to add the plugin, some of the different options that you can use, and it's a fairly simple process. The conversation now goes to you in your Facebook business or like into your messenger, right? So if somebody messages me while I'm on my Facebook page or while I'm logged into Facebook right here, I have my chat turned off, but I could get my pop-ups for that if I wanted to. And there's obviously different things you can set within your messaging itself to kind of like facilitate things and augment them and make your chat experience as good as possible for your users. So that's enough for this rambling here. Like my stuff and subscribe if you want to. If not, that's cool too. Of course, if you need help with SEO, we are always here to serve you. And until next time, I love you. Peace.